How do you find meaning in life? Well, there's a Japanese concept known as ikigai, which is the intersection of four things that the Japanese believe is the meaning in life, or how to find the meaning in life. And those four things are what you love, what you're good at, what you can get paid for, and what the world needs. And the combination of all four makes for a life that's full of meaning. So to break down each of these concepts, the first thing that I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe the first thing you need to figure out is what do you love? And think about it, like for me, maybe I love teaching, I love cooking, I love sports, I love making complicated ideas more like understandable for the everyday person. And then I have to think, okay, what does the world need? Is the thing something that the world benefits from having more of? So start with what you love, then ask yourself, does the world need it? What are you good at? So think about, are you good at this thing? And if not, can you get good at it? Can you go on YouTube and study and practice and get really good at it? Or, go out and do the sport and get really good at it? So if you love it, you think the world needs it, and you're either good at it or can get good at it, you then ask, can I get paid for this? And the answer is almost always yes. If you love it, the world needs it, and you work hard enough until you get good at it, then yeah, you can get paid on literally anything. And there's hundreds of ways that you can get paid doing that. So ikigai, meaning in life. So I believe the right order to focus on it is 1, 2, 3, 4, what you love, what the world needs, what you're good at, like strong at, and get paid for. But there's also intersection between these different combinations over here. You'll notice over here, these combinations over here. So I want to talk about the intersections real quick. So what you love combined with what the world needs is the mission, something that drives you. So that mission over here can be very important. When you love something and you're good at it, that's simply your passion, what you really enjoy. What you think the world needs and you can get paid for could be your vocation. You think it's important in the world, you want it to exist, and you can get paid doing it. And what you're good at and what you can get paid for is your profession. But having only 2 of them, or even 3 of them, is not necessarily enough. So let me go over a counterexample to talk about why it's not necessarily enough to have only 3 of them. So let's pretend in a fake world that I decide to start with this orange part. I think, what can I get paid for? And I think to myself, okay, I can get paid making cigarettes. Theoretical situation, don't actually want to. But let's say I decide, I want to, I think I can get paid making cigarettes. So what I do then is I go on YouTube and I look up tutorials on how to make cigarettes. And I get really good at it because I practice every day for hours and hours and hours and hours. So I realize I can get paid for it, and I can, I'm really good at it, which means this could be my profession, my job. And then, because I get so good at it, I start loving it because we love what we're good at often. I've never heard someone say, I love basketball and I'm horrible at it. Like, we like the things that we're good at. So I can get paid for it, I'm good at it, and I love it, but the world doesn't really need more cigarettes or people selling cigarettes. So when only 3 of these circles overlap and we're in this section over here, what that essentially means is that in this bubble, we may be satisfied because we're being paid, we're good at it, and we love it, but we have this feeling of uselessness. The world doesn't need it, so we don't feel meaning in life, like a reason for being. In my example, as a teacher, I absolutely love what I'm doing. Imagine every day I came in and I talked like this, and okay, guys, here's what the do now is, and you have homework and there's a quiz on Friday. Like, if someone doesn't love something, then it's really hard to have meaning in life. I think that I'm pretty good at it, even though I'm continuing to get better at it. I definitely think the world needs more good teachers, and I can get paid for it. So for me, my current ikigai is teaching, and it makes me feel really good to do it. I love coming into work every day, and I hope you guys can see that. But that doesn't mean it will always be my ikigai. Like, there's a possibility at some point in the future, maybe I no longer love teaching because whatever happens. And if I lose one of them, well, then I'll go to this point over here where I'm good at it, I can get paid for it, the world needs it, and I'm comfortable, but I have this feeling of emptiness inside. So you really need all 4 of them, and it can change. Sometimes, you lose one of them, or, maybe you're doing a job and the world doesn't need that job anymore. If your job is helping with world hunger and we've solved it. Well, then, if you don't have this bubble over here, then, well, the world doesn't need it anymore. So you're satisfied. You did a really good job, but now you feel useless. Like, the problem is gone, which would be a great problem to be gone. But you need all four, and it can kind of change. So the first way that I want you guys to go about thinking about it is start with what you love. Yellow up here. If you start with what you love, and then you think about what the world needs, you'll find your mission, what you just can't wait to get up and do. Once you have your mission over here, then you can, either, if you are good at it, that's great, or you can work at getting good at it. Anything that you do, you can get good at if you put the time in, So what you get good at is just time multiplied by effort. And then once you're good at it, then eventually you'll be able to get paid for it, because literally anything in this world can get paid once people are good enough, because people love every different thing in the world. So Ikigai over here, meaning in life, and we're going to talk about how computer science is going to help you achieve this Ikigai. And one quick cross example that I just want to show you in terms of computers is this is a little flow chart over here of Ikigai, and we can kind of see top-down thinking over here, where this meaning in life is broken into what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. And then your mission is what you love and what the world needs. Your passion is what you love and what you're good at. Your profession is what you're good at and what you can get paid for. And your vocation is what the world needs and what you can get paid for. So this kind of breaks down into most important, hit 1, 2, 3, 4, and then these are the sub-layers over here. And this type of thinking is going to be breaking a big problem into small problems, solving those small problems to hit the big problem. And this computer science does a really good job at. Good job. Have a good job. All right, guys, that's all for this video. Go reflect on what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, what you get paid for, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.